Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Now let me ask you this, are you a fan of the Silverhawks? If you are, then I have good news for you. Perhaps you already know, but I want to talk about it today because Super7 has released the Ultimates collection, the Silverhawks, and they have the first wave out and it's on pre-order and it looks amazing. And I grew up with these cartoons. Although the Thundercats were more popular back then, the Silverhawks was up there, and also Tiger Sharks. They were amazing in my opinion. But I'm gonna talk about the Silverhawks today. This is going to be very similar to the stuff that they've been doing with the Masters of the Universe. It follows the same concept also with the Thundercats. So this is the first wave, so there are 4 new pieces. You have Quicksilver, the commander of the Silverhawks. You also have Steelheart. Now on the villains we have Buzzsaw, which is amazing. I always like the design of this character, and definitely you have to have Armor Moonstar. And it's really cool that they actually start with the big villain of all, and the price for each one of them is $55. For the set it's $250. You can purchase this also. You can pre-order it at Sideshow. You can go through Big Bad Toy Store. So there's a lot of places where you can go and get this. Let's look at the pictures. Let's look at the information that we have. Start with Quicksilver. It comes with interchangeable heads with the helmet on and without it. You know, also they have wing arms. You have the laser effect pieces. You also have Tallyhawk, which I like that, and in different versions. Now, I gotta be honest with you. There were a couple complaints that I read, and I'm honestly, I do agree to a certain extent with some of the things that were said here. One of them, of course, people were saying if they are the Silverhawks and they're supposed to be out of metal, why they couldn't just give us a more metallic look to it instead of just a plastic look. And in some ways, I do agree, because not saying that it looks bad, it's just, it looks a bit plastic. And in one end, I'm not crazy about when they do the metallic colors as they did with the, for example, the Knights of the Zodiac back in the day. Bandai did that a lot. And they never came out so good because they were so shiny and bright, and they used this paint that always peeled off. And I never liked that. Now, if you're doing fully die cast, and you're going to have some problems because, of course, they're going to be heavier, and that makes them more expensive. And also, you cannot have as much articulation with them. So I think they took the best route for it. Now, one option they could have done, and I've seen other companies doing that, Bandai has been doing with a lot of the newer figures, and even Hasbro and Mattel, they do this cel shaded paint work that makes it look a bit brighter. They do that with Transformers stuff. They could have done that here and add a little more detail, you know, make it look like it's kind of shiny even when it's not. That would be the better choice. Now, the face of Quicksilver, it's there. I wouldn't say 100%, but it's there. You know, it's Quicksilver anyway. But it's not. I think what it lacks here, this piece lacks a little bit of the shading on the paint job. It's just flat. So definitely they need to change that. He does have the interchangeable hands, which is nice. Here's a remote control for Tallyhawk. And definitely I like Tallyhawk. It looks super cool. And here on this picture, you can see how it will look in the box. So this is a mock-up of the box, so they want the way they want to design it. This is the way in the back with the symbol, the Silverhawks, and of course this picture here flying, which I like that. You know, I think it's going to be, it's a nice articulation there. But here with Tallyhawk, really cool. That is really, really cool. All right, and now we're looking at Steelheart, and I'm telling you, this one looks really good. This comes with 3 portraits. The one with the helmet on. Very calm on this one, and this one is a bit more serious, and her eyebrow is raised higher, and they're very similar, those two. And then you, of course, you have the racer. I think that's the name of the bird, and there you have the wings and all that. She has darker metallic color here, but it suffers the same thing as the other one. It doesn't have shading, and the paint job again needs to be improved. I like her colors in comparison to Quicksilver, and here, of course, the mock-up of this and the box, all of that. And in this picture, you know, she's standing there. Definitely, I'm really looking forward to her brother to be added to the collection. And now we're looking at Buzzsaw, and this one, I'm telling you, the same price, $55. It has the 3 different portraits, as you can see. I don't know what's the difference because they kind of look alike. Okay, I see it. What happened is with the saw, you know, the saw on his head, on the top of his head, is just kind of round because he's showcasing that he's kind of rotating all that. So that's the difference there. And this with the open mouth and the bird and the gun right there. So the different change outs of the arms and the weapons and the things that you can change in his hands. Back in the day, you know, there was a line of toys that it didn't really have as many releases, but there were a few. Buzzsaw was the coolest in my opinion. And definitely the fact that they started with this one, I'm all for it. But again, it suffers from the same fate in this case. Just it's a paint job. It just doesn't look metallic at all. So they need to change that. Now in this mock-up, you can see the box of how they're going to design it. I really like that. And I do like that they do have the design of Moonstar for the villains, which is nice. I like that. And here, this one with the open mouth. I like this one, definitely. This is a very cool piece. All right, and now we're moving on to Moonstar, and I love that they started here on the description as Moonstar of Limbo. Give me the might, the muscle, the menace of Moonstar. An amazing line in the TV show and the cartoon. This one comes with 2 portraits. You can see one where you can actually insert this, the power of Moonstar coming through his eye, that star that comes out through it, and you have that. Also, his companion Sky Shadow. Really cool. And then you have the propulsor from his shoulders, if I'm not mistaken, and his weapon, long weapon there, different hands. I'm telling you, actually, this is the one that is more impressive of all of them. It does suffer from the same fate, of course, of the lack of shade and a different paint job that allows it to look more metallic. That should be the case, particularly for this line. But I'm telling you, the piece looks amazing. They have done a really good job with this one as well. Look at that. I'm telling you, this is super cool. And now this is the dimension. This is going to be really tall. 10 inches tall in comparison to the 7 inches tall of this one. Look at that. Man, I think Moonstar is going to sell really well. Love the design in the back. And now here you can see with the power coming through his eyes. That's super, super cool. All right, then now we're looking at the bundle. If you want to have the whole set, then of course you pay $250. Yeah, definitely, I would say the portraits, I'm not too crazy about them. I don't know, they're too cartoony, even though this is based on a cartoon, but they look a bit too cartoony, and definitely you need some shading. The paint job needs some improvements on all of them. But what is your opinion? What do you think about this? Are you a fan of Silverhawks? Do you watch the cartoon back in the day? You have never watched it? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below. And please consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless you. Take care. And I will talk to you again. Bye-bye.